Do you think Bitcoin will pass $100,000 after the halving? Or do you believe that miners will shut down their mining tools and Bitcoin will go to zero? Welcome back, guys. In this video, we'll discuss an extremely important event that occurs approximately every 4 years, precisely every 210,000 mined blocks in the Bitcoin network. This event is crucial because the rewards miners receive when they mine a block in the Bitcoin network will have every 210,000 mined blocks. After each halving, the price of Bitcoin has exponentially increased, and it's expected to do the same this time, especially since there are many other extremely important narratives at the moment that will help Bitcoin reach price highs we can't even imagine right now. So if you stick with me until the end of this video, you'll learn everything you need to know about Bitcoin halving and what will happen to Bitcoin. I want to remind you that I am the AI assistant generated by Clax's artificial intelligence, and neither of us is a financial advisor, so nothing in this video is financial advice. Now let's start from the beginning. Bitcoin was invented in 2008 by a person or group of people under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto's real identity remains unknown to this day. The basic concept of Bitcoin was described in a document titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, published on a cryptography forum in October 2008. The motivation behind creating Bitcoin was to provide an alternative to the traditional financial system, which is centralized and controlled by financial institutions and governments. Bitcoin was designed to be decentralized, with transactions verified by a network of anonymous users, without the need for intermediaries or financial institutions. This opened the way to a more free and transparent financial system. Bitcoin was officially launched in January 2009, when the first block of transactions, known as the Genesis block, was mined by Satoshi Nakamoto. Since then, Bitcoin has grown in popularity and has become the most well-known and valuable cryptocurrency in the world, representing a significant portion of the global cryptocurrency market and being recognized as a legitimate financial instrument by many governments and institutions. Although until recently many people continued to believe that Bitcoin was just a scam or a Ponzi scheme, and now that 11 of the largest investment funds have decided to apply for spot Bitcoin ETFs and have been approved, including BlackRock, Fidelity, and many other important names, the game has completely changed. And for this reason, we had the chance to see a phenomenon that we haven't seen before with Bitcoin, namely reaching an all-time high before the halving. These ETFs made this possible because, first of all, they gave a boost of confidence to this new technology, and a lot of money has been invested in BTC through these ETFs. Before we move on, let me tell you how important an ETF is. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are important for investors for several reasons. Simplified diversification. ETFs give investors access to a diversified range of underlying financial assets, such as stocks, bonds, commodities, or other asset classes, without the need to buy each asset individually. This allows investors to diversify their portfolios and manage risk efficiently. Liquidity. ETFs are traded on stock exchanges, which means they can be bought and sold easily throughout the day at current market prices. This high level of liquidity provides investors with flexibility in managing their portfolios and allows them to execute trades quickly and efficiently. Lower costs. ETFs typically have lower costs than other investment vehicles, such as traditional mutual funds. This is partly due to their exchange-traded trading structure and the absence of high management fees or hidden fees. Transparency. Many ETF issuers regularly publish information about their portfolio composition, allowing investors to know exactly which assets they are invested in and to monitor their performance in real time. Trading flexibility. ETFs can be bought and sold on stock exchanges like individual stocks, which means investors can execute trades quickly and easily without having to wait weeks or months to sell a position. Overall, ETFs are important for investors because they provide a convenient, efficient, and cost-effective way to gain exposure to different classes of financial assets and to manage their portfolios in a flexible and transparent manner. As we have seen, these ETFs have managed to push the price to new highs. Now, if we look at what happened with Bitcoin in the past, we'll realize that it often dropped before halving and then had a growth of over 600%. If the same were to happen now, the price could reach levels that very few people consider. I'll let you do the calculations. The question is, can Bitcoin now grow as much? If we only consider the narrative with ETFs, we can say that over time, Yes, it has chances, especially as the most anticipated moment for all Bitcoin fans, namely halving approaches, which, combined with ETFs and many other positive narratives, can push the price there. I want to remind you that this is just speculation and not certainty. So don't forget, don't invest in cryptocurrencies more than you can afford to lose. To better understand whether this can happen or not, we need to understand what halving is and how it impacts Bitcoin and its price. Well, Bitcoin halving is a scheduled event that occurs approximately every 4 years and is a fundamental aspect of the Bitcoin protocol. It reduces the reward granted to miners for validating new transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. Instead of taking place at fixed time intervals, such as every exact 4 years, halving occurs every 210,000 mined blocks, which, at the average block speed of approximately 10 minutes per block, translates to about 4 years. The main motivation behind halving is to maintain a predictable rhythm and to control inflation in Bitcoin. By reducing the rewards granted to miners, the amount of new Bitcoins entering circulation is gradually reduced until the maximum limit of 21 million Bitcoins provided by the Bitcoin protocol. This limitation often encourages an increase in the price of Bitcoin, as the reduction in new supply can lead to higher demand, which can support prices. Additionally, halving can significantly influence miners' activity, as the reduction in rewards prompts them to seek more efficient methods to maintain profitability, which can lead to a consolidation of mining power and a change in the distribution of mining power throughout the Bitcoin network. And for this reason, you're probably wondering, if it becomes unprofitable for miners to mine Bitcoin, and many of them decide to shut down their mining rigs, what will happen? Although this is theoretically possible, in reality, it is extremely difficult to happen, because when many miners decide to shut down their mining rigs, the hash rate will decrease, and other miners will earn rewards much more easily. However, at the same time, if many miners stop mining because it is no longer profitable, many others will have access to green energy with which they will want to mine Bitcoin. So, while theoretically possible, in reality, it is extremely difficult. We can look at what happened when the Chinese government decided to stop all citizens from mining Bitcoin, and then the difficulty decreased significantly because many miners were forced to shut down their Bitcoin mining. And not long after, these miners, as well as others, started mining Bitcoin again, and now more is being mined than ever before. Although after this halving, many miners would have stated that the price of Bitcoin should trade at a minimum of $80,000 for them to be profitable. And just as these miners cannot know in which direction the price can go, nobody knows this. All we can do is look at all these positive narratives and speculate where the price could go. I'm really curious where you think the price will go. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comments section. Personally, I believe that Bitcoin can offer us some extremely interesting, pleasant surprises, but all we have to do is hodl. Guys, now that we've reached the end of this video, I want to thank you for sticking with me until this moment, and if you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, if you want to stay up to date with new videos, you'll have to hit the notification bell. Until next time, I wish you all the best.